So after 5.5 months of waiting, I finally got my package from PSA. I sent a bunch of base set cards and some other stuff. You know, in hindsight, I would have probably sent different cards had I known that it would have taken this long. When I sent this package back to PSA back in June, there wasn't this huge backlog. Had I known, I would have sent as many cards as I could. Instead, I was like thinking, I don't want to spend that much money on graded cards. But now that everyone's grading and cards are going up, in hindsight, regret not putting more into the package. So all in all, we have 19 cards. If we look here, that we need to go through in terms of grades. I'm pretty excited. A lot of base set, and let's go through this. So yeah, we got 19. I'm gonna show it from the back. You can't really see it because of the glare, unfortunately. But we have 19 cards. We'll start from the back. We'll take a look. Look at these fancy cases, by the way. By the way, that Blastoise was just mainly used to really look at, just to focus the camera, just to make sure it was good. I think the cards later on the list are less interesting. They're not the base set cards, so we will go through it. Alrighty. So I graded some modern cards that were like full arts. In hindsight, I probably wouldn't have graded them, but it is what it is. They all graded. I hope they graded pretty well. Like I sent in like pretty good cards. So we will look. Ooh, we got a Moltres. We got the Moltres Zapdos Articuno Gem Mint. Wow, we got it. Actually, this is really sick. I got a 10 on my first. I didn't even realize I got a 10 here. Wow. Okay, this came out of 10. I actually really like the Legendary Birds card. This is from Hidden Fates. Yeah, wow. I actually got a 10. That's actually amazing. Number 2. We're going to flip it. Are we going to get 2 for 2 for 10s? Alright, we got a first edition Pichu from Neo Genesis. We got an 8. Just in context, the early cards from Wizards of the Coast, so Neo, Base Set, Jungle, all these cards, for whatever reason, the foil printing gets a lot of scratches really easily, so it's really hard to get Gem Mint in a lot of these things to get like a perfect 10. But so I'm like pretty happy to get an 8 here. That's actually really nice. All right, let's look at our next card, boys. For Alligator, we got a 6. That's a little bit hard to see. I'm gonna show you guys. So yeah, Neo cards I suspect are gonna be the next wave of cards that are gonna be more expensive. I don't have too many mint cards from that set. a lot of people, so the interesting thing about Neo Genesis is that a lot of the meta cards, so like Typhlosion, Metal Energy, Steelix, Sneasel, Slowking, Pichu, they were all actually meta. And for Typhlosion, you need like 3 or 4 copies. So I think the Typhlosion is actually going to be the Charizard of the set because it's a really cool looking card. But in addition to that, it was played a lot. It was the second meta deck in that era, and so most of the Typhlosions you see will be played, and meaning that they're probably going to get like nicked and scratched up and all that stuff. So for Alligator 6, not too bad. All right, next card. Typhlosion. This is the one I'm talking about. This isn't first edition, but this card looks so nice. Look at that artwork. I'm really happy. I got an 8. I got an 8 here. Not wearing a costume today. But yeah, PSA 8. Really nice looking card. Let's see our next card. Gengar. From Fossil First Edition, we got a PSA 8. Pretty nice. I'm actually relieved. For the longest time, I've been holding off on buying this one. I have a Gengar collection, but just nice that I don't have to buy a separate one. This came out to a grade that I'm pretty happy with. In general, if I want to get a collection of Gengars that are PSA 8 or better. So, pretty happy here. Alright, next card. Chansey from base set 2. We get a 6. Oh, I'm like actually kind of surprised. I'm gonna like look. I don't know why it rated so low. I'm gonna just like take a look. So there's some scratching on the surface, which is really hard to show you like from the angle here. Yeah, it's really hard to tell, but there's a little bit of scratching. Most cards can't be restored, unfortunately. And it looks like there's a little bit of whitening on the top if you see from the top left corner. Um, yeah, and the centering is a little off, so I guess I overestimated, how good the card would be. All right. So I just want you guys to say, I want you guys to guess what is the grade of this card going to be. You guys get to see the back. Type in a number. What do you think is the grade? We'll go for an 8. Oh, Chansey. Oh, I sent 2 Chanseys. I totally forgot. Wow. I got it. This is PSA 9 for a base set Chansey. This isn't shadowless though, so it's not going to be super expensive. But yeah, like a 9 for a base. So base set cards, like there's 3 prints. There's first edition, which is the most expensive. There is base set shadowless, which was the second printing, and then there's base set like third print, and base set fourth print. I don't know the difference between third and fourth print. I think they like fix some of the printing errors, but the way you can tell actually if you have shadowless versus non-shadowless, since they don't have the first edition stamp, is actually you look at the bottom. I can't really focus it, so it's like really hard to see. But on the very bottom, you're gonna see a date, and non-shadowless are 95, 96, 98 on the bottom. That's what the printing will say. And then the shadowless versions will say 95, 96, 98, 99. And that's what will tell you. So if it says those 4 numbers on the bottom next to each other, then you got a shadowless card. But because this doesn't say 99 right next to it, it says 1999 at the very end, you know for a fact that this is a non-shadowless. But still, 9, that's still worth quite a bit. Even non-shadowless cards are, getting quite a bit of money. All right. This card, it looks like it has a lot of bad edges on it. I don't know how to show you, but it looks like there's a little bit of whitening here. Can you guys see that? So I suspect this might be my Charizard. I sent it in because you just grade Charizards all the time. Like, you just grade it. There's no questions asked. Even if it gets a low grade, it's still going to be worth a lot more than a raw card or a non-graded card. So numbers here. What do you guys think the number is going to be? There's no way this is going to be a 9. This actually card looks pretty damn. I don't know how to show you but look at that like top left corner. That's a lot of whitening. I'm gonna guess this is like a 3. I'm gonna say a 3. And I think this is my Charizard because this is the only card I sent that was bad. Like in terms of like bad condition where it's like really noticeable. Oh wow. Yeah, it's my Charizard. Ooh, New Kirkstone, you got it right. It was actually a 4. But still, it's a Charizard. Frankly, I thought this was honestly gonna get a 2. There's like surface damage. Yeah, there's just a lot wrong with the card. So if you look at the like right here, I don't really know how to point it out. Like somewhere there's like a little bit of surface damage. It's like hard to see, but yeah, we got a 4. I'm actually like pretty happy about that. You got a Raichu. Oh, I looked at it before. Okay, I know what it is, but you guys can guess the grade here. I'm trying to like angle it for you guys, get your numbers in. What do you guys think? This actually looks pretty good. The more I look at it, centering looks pretty nice. Not perfect, but the back looks solid. I think it's slightly centered, like slightly to the left. We got 8, 7. Got some 8s. And we got a 9. This is actually really exciting. I actually liked this card a lot. This was when Pikachu and Raichu were fat. Now, like when you see Pikachu, he's like skinny, but Pikachu in the base set era, if you look at the original artwork, Pikachu was a chubby rat. And Raichu just looks like this like oval thing. But yeah, pretty excited. Alrighty, next card. Let's look here. The back actually looks pretty nice. Centering actually looks like solid all across the board. I think this might be like anywhere from an 8 to a 9. Centering slightly off. It's not perfect, but it looks pretty good. There's actually a little bit of whitening on the top left. Actually, no, that's not whitening. All right, let's see what we get. We got here. Ooh, we got a Ninetales. 9. Wow, look at this. Okay, how about this? To make it a little bit more interesting so that you guys can see the front, I'm gonna cover the top. So I don't know what this card has. I'm covering the value. How do you guys think of this evaluation? So we got a Magneton from base set, right? You guys look. I'm gonna flip it over. This actually looks really solid. I was really particular. I have a bunch of base set cards that I sent in, but I only sent in like the cream of the crop cards. In hindsight, I would have probably sent everything that I had, but alas, I don't want to wait another 6 months. So let's see. Ooh, you guys were good. You guys all thought PSA 9, and it was PSA 9. Wow. Yeah, it's really clean. I feel like this could have gone a little higher. Like, it's a clean card. All right, next card. I'm not going to show you what it is, but we got an Alakazam. I'll show you guys the front to the best of my abilities. You're going to have crowdsource it. Yeah, this looks pretty clean. I think the centering looks all right. It's a little uneven on the sides, on the left and right side, but top and bottom actually look pretty good. What do we think this is? Bottom left is a little white. Yeah, I can see that. A little bit of surface damage. 7 or 8. You know, I'm going to agree. I think if that whitening wasn't there on the bottom left, it's hard to see because of the glare. I think this would have been, you know, a good 9. But I think 7 or 8 looks pretty good. Let's flip it. Oh, what? We got a 9. Wow. They were a little... What? 9? Wow. Actually, I think they were a little generous here, but... Wow. Another 9. So, like, if you guys look on eBay, you guys could look on eBay right now. Keep in mind the cards I've shown you so far aren't shadowless. Just look up PSA 9 Alakazam. Like, look at these cards. They're probably, like, anywhere from, like, $150 to $500. Alright, next card. I'm gonna cover it. What are we gonna say here? Alright, funny story about this card. So if you look here, it says Blastoise here, right? And I'm on eBay one day, like, this was in 2012, and I'm like, sick, this Blastoise is like $40, and it's first edition. Like you look, okay, look at this card, it's first edition, and I just see the word Blastoise, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to buy this card. It's a first edition Blastoise for so cheap on eBay. So I buy it, and then you look more on the card, you look on the top slab, it says Spanish. You see instead of Hydro Pump, it's Hydrobomba. And instead of 100 HP, it's 100 PI or PL. And I realized I bought the wrong, like, I didn't, like, because, like, when you look at, like, German and, you know, when you look at it, like, Blastoise in Japanese or Korean, they're using different characters. So it's really obvious to go, yeah, like, that's clearly not an English card. And then I just saw a Blastoise. But for what it's worth, I paid like $35 to $40 for this in 2012. Look on eBay now. It's worth a considerable amount now. So I don't regret buying this card because it was really solid condition. And first editions, regardless of language, are pretty good. All right. So if we look here, there's a little bit of whitening here on this side. It's really hard to tell. And then you probably noticed a little bit of whitening here. On that, you can kind of see it. It's really hard, like the glare. I'm really trying to figure out what is a better way to show you this without the reflection. So lighting I will solve for next time. What do you guys think? We got a 7, which is not bad. I think that's roughly what I thought it would be. It'd be 6 or 7, so not bad here. All right, next card. This one's going to be really expensive. So do you guys see that this is shadowless? I showed you guys an N. So we got an Alakazam that is shadowless. Some of you guys who are observant of something that I accidentally showed, would go like, oh, it has to be within a certain range. A little bit of edge whitening. Centering looks actually decent. All right. What do you guys think? Type in your numbers. Alrighty. It's an 8. Oh, wow. You guys are good. Yeah. This is shadowless, by the way. This is actually worth a lot of money. I mean, not that the other cards aren't worth a lot of money, but because it's shadowless, it's on average going to be probably like 2 to 4x a non-shadowless card. Next card. Gonna cover it up. Ooh, okay. This is the mother load. I'm gonna save this one for last, but I didn't look at the grade. We're gonna do this one last just because this is the card that was the expensive card in the shipment. So we're gonna save it for later. In the meantime, we got about 5 other cards that we need to, 4 other cards we need to look at. So we're gonna go over those first. So we got a so this is a newer card. It's a Suicune. Seeking. The back looks like pretty decent. What do you guys think about this one? I'm actually gonna reveal these. It's a little less exciting because they're not base set. This Suicune got an 8. It's still like a nice looking card. I might just keep it for my personal collection. Tyranitar. I'm just gonna go ahead and show these. It got an 8. I think those rainbow arts look pretty sick. The next card, we got a Gardevoir and Sylveon, which got a 9. Looks pretty cool. The other card we do have, this card's really sick. I actually got a 10. I'm really excited about this. Latias and Latios. Look at the artwork here. Isn't that really pretty? Latios and Latios. 10. This is the second 10 of the shipment. Look at that beauty. It actually looks like really nice. Okay, now for the finale. So we looked through 18 cards. We got 2 10s. We got a ton of 9s. Handful of 8s. The Charizard was a 4. We got a first edition English Venusaur. It's really hard to tell. Fully, I understand. This is the back. I'm going to do my best. You can see in the top right, there's some whitening. There's some whitening a lot on this edge. You can kind of see it on the right side. On the bottom, there is definitely some whitening here. You can kind of see it. It's again, I apologize for the glare. Okay. So, what do we think this Venusaur get? Send your grades. Somebody's guessing 8. Alright, let's flip. I'm gonna flip it. Of course, there's a lot of whitening. I didn't get to really show you the surface. We got a 6. This Venusaur has gone a 6 out of 10. So Shy Banger, or Shy Bagger, you got a gift sub. And unfortunately, it doesn't show up on chat, or this stream isn't going to show chat for whatever reason. It's not collecting or archiving correctly. But I'm really excited. This card, if you look on eBay right now, is going for about $2,500 to $3,000 with the PSA 6. It looks like. Just looked it up, and it looks like it's going for about $2,500 to $3,000. So yeah, this is really exciting because when I sent this card in to PSA, when I sent these cards to PSA, I was this was before Logan Paul bought the boxes. This is before first edition, just for whatever reason, just like 10x in price. So this Venusaur I actually bought randomly, like back in 2011, 2012. I paid about like $50 to $60. And this was when I bought a complete set of Jungle and Fossil for about $100 each. So I paid $200 for that. I bought the Shadowless Alakazam, and I bought this Venusaur for like about like a total of like $300 in total. And the funny thing is, it was sitting in a USPS box the whole time. I moved it multiple places, so I didn't even know what was in the box. And when I moved into this place, I actually totally forgot what was inside that box. And I was like, huh, like I should open this. Initially, I thought it was a lot of first edition commons from base set, which would have still been a lot of money today. But I was just like, huh, like I'm gonna open this because I don't know what's inside this box. It's been like sitting around for nearly a decade, probably 7 to 8 years. So I decided to open it. And I'm like, oh shoot, like there's a first edition Venusaur. And just a few months ago, like this was probably a couple $100. Like first editions just didn't blow up. And I was like, okay, like I might as well get it graded. It's good to just get them graded. And now that I have this now, 6 months later, it's like, oh shoot, this card's like thousands of dollars. And so it's a nice presence. It's a nice and pleasant surprise to go. So really excited. There's a lot of my head doesn't stack up. Yeah, my hair's a mess. Um, but yeah, so that's the story between like behind a lot of these cards that I have that like I didn't know I had. I was like, oh, like wow. So pretty cool. In addition to that, I have some other cards that I recently bought from eBay. So I have this Sabrina's Gengar. I'm gonna get rid of the wrapper. I have this Sabrina's Gengar, which I bought. So this only adds to my collection of Gengars. So I want to get every Gengar graded if possible. But so yeah, this is like pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. Um, and hopefully that was an awesome experience for you guys. So short stream. It's Halloween. I'm gonna be watching some scary movies with my housemates. Um, for what it's worth, I have another lot of 72 cards that are never gonna be sent back to me. It just got loaded into the PSA system, and they're taking even longer. So I don't expect it to come back to me until probably January or February. But we will do another one of these once I get that lot of 72 cards. I sent pretty much like the second half of the Hidden Fate set. So I actually have the whole entire Hidden Fate set. I have the Charizard, and I sent in SV50 through SV94 or like whatever that section is of all the secret rare cards. And so I'm really excited. I want to get PSA 9s all across the board if possible. And like there's a lot of really big hits. There's like the EVs like Glaceon, Leafeon, I think Umbreon and Espeon that are in the set that are also like really big hits along with the Charizard. And so we will come back.